Hey, welcome back to another episode of Footwork Car Club. It has been like 3 months since I've given you guys an update, and I figured today's as good a day as any to do it, even though I don't have a whole lot to show you. Finally moved into the house, which means I can actually work on stuff when I'm not exhausted from work and life and all of that jazz, because this still is a hobby and I'm trying to do a racing team and a career and life as one, but that's no big deal. It's the hobby we choose and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I have purchased a short block from a seller in Atlanta and I've torn it down. It was $500. This thing came out of an '03, and I mean, it was supposedly 30,000 miles. I believe it. I believe it. I have taken all of the pistons and connecting rods out. They look identical and they look very little wear. I mean, that, if you know anything about building engines, is impressive. So what the plans are for this, I have already purchased Boss 302 or Coyote connecting rods. They can hold about 650 horsepower. Not that I need that strength. It's just going to be a lot more of a security feature in endurance racing. I am thinking I'm still going to get either flat top pistons or very slightly dished pistons. I'm going to shoot for about 12-ish to 1 compression. I'm going to get it tuned. I'm going to get it 93 octane tuned, not E85. I thought a little bit about doing that, but then I had to mix my ethanol, and because there's no provision on the factory computer for a flex fuel sensor. And to do that, I would have to effectively gut the entire wiring harness and replace it with a crown back. That's not super interesting for what my goals are with this car. Gonna get some cams for it. I'm targeting about 300 and change, low 300s. I really want to crack that number, and I think I can do it. The Boss 302 rods have about, I can't remember the spec, but I think it's 0.15 inch more stroke than the factory 4.6 rods, which actually I have here. This would be cylinder number 1. And yeah, it's got a lot of carbon on it, but not even the skirt coating is worn. The bearings, I don't know if you can see it. Those bearings are just mirrors. But yeah, just really in the process of tearing things down and seeing what's what. So I have most of the parts. I need to get a good oil pan for that engine. I need to get this old one out. Thank you. I have the crane. Yeah, just in the slow process of spending money and getting racing parts and removing the old junk. One of the difficult things that I may or may not take you guys along for, because I can tell it's just gonna suck, is getting off. I don't know if I have enough light to show you. I'll show you on the other side. Getting off the exhaust manifolds is gonna be just lovely, because there we go. You can see that's number, what is that, number 6 right there, number 5. And you've got to get in, there's a nut on top and a nut below of every single tube, all sides. So that's a total of what, 16 fasteners, and as you can see, it is a little bit lacking for space. So I don't truthfully know what I'm gonna do. It's so much easier to remove the engine by actually dropping it from under the car. That's how they assemble it in the factory. I don't know if you know this, I don't have a lift. So I'll have to figure that out. But for now, I'm just getting the intake manifold off and seeing if I can see any damage to that cylinder. And if I do, I'll let you know. I don't think this video will be longer than this one clip, but I felt bad for not posting anything for literally 3 months. And yeah, well, anything else I need to say? Boy, it's not typical that I'm short for words. No, I think that's pretty much it. Flat top pistons, 12.25-ish to 1, 93 octane, some probably modular head shop cams, I think 550 and 550 lift, is the spec that I'm going to go with. I don't really want to put valves. Oh, here's something cool. So race car parts. I needed new ones anyways because I was going to do cams. Let me pull one out. These actually are from the 2005 to 2007 Ford GT, and they're roller followers. These give more lift, are more sturdy, and are lighter, significantly lighter than the factory followers that came in the 4.6. I'll show you the factory one right here. So as you can see, it looks radically different. Doesn't have those little tangs. This is much heavier. Like, I mean, you know, we're splitting hairs here. This probably is 3 ounces. The other one is probably about half an ounce, maybe a full ounce lighter. It's very significant when you're holding them in your hand. So sorry, my phone stopped the video, no big deal. But I think what I was saying is I think with the followers over there, with the camshafts, with the flat top pistons and the boss connecting rods, yada, 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 I think 300 horsepower is pretty realistic, which is gonna make this thing rowdy. At the Corvette Museum, before I blew it up, I hit 120 with 180 wheel horsepower. Might hit like 130, 135, which, I mean, that would be incredible. That would be awesome. You know, I'm effectively, what is it? I'm adding 1.7 times the amount of power that this car came with factory for, knock on wood, pretty cheap. The connecting rods, they're inside right now, no need to get them. Connecting rods were 250 for 8. Those followers were 250 for 16. Pistons, again, same story. I'm looking at ones that are probably a little on the cheap side, but they're $250. Then I just got to get the block machined, balanced, assemble it, yank out that one, and off to the races, no pun intended. Well, cool. Long update, not a whole lot of grease going on in this episode. I'm just piecemealing it. Unfortunately, updates are probably going to be more sporadic, just because I don't currently have the time nor energy to do everything in a day like I used to. But there will still be the montage build Chingadera things. But yeah, I'm still keeping the series alive. It's just going to be a little bit sporadic, and I will update you guys anytime anything major happens for sure. But yeah, even these heads that came off of that engine, I mean, and if I can turn on the light, look at those journals. They're new. Every single one, they're new. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So cool. Thank you guys for coming along with the ride. Like I said, if anything major happens, I'll let you know. Until then, take it easy, have fun, be safe, do whatever makes you happy.